start with, let us look at these structures. They look so beautiful, aren't they? These pictures are considered beautiful because of their symmetry. The majority of people have a basic understanding of symmetry, which is often defined as a well-proportioned, well-balanced image, such as the human body. In mathematics, symmetry is a process that manipulates the image rather than the image itself. According to Stewart, symmetry is a mathematical concept and aesthetic one that allows us to classify different types of regular patterns and distinguish between them. It is defined as a balanced and proportionate similarity that is found in the halves of an object.
There are three types of symmetry. First is reflection symmetry, sometimes called line symmetry or mirror symmetry. It is a symmetry type in which a center line divides an object in half. It is easy to distinguish because one half is the reflection of the other half. The second one is rotational symmetry, which is when an object still looks the same after some rotation. And lastly, translational symmetry is when something has undergone a movement, a shift, or a slide in a specified direction through a specified distance without any rotation or reflection. The spaces, angles, size, and shape between points within the figure will not change. The only thing that changes is its location.
For instance, perfect symmetry is quite repetitive and predictable, and our minds are in favor of mysteries. This describes why we often recognize imperfect symmetry to be more beautiful than perfect mathematical symmetry. Nature too seems to be attracted to symmetry, for many of the most striking patterns in the natural world are symmetric. And nature also seems to be dissatisfied with too much symmetry, for nearly all the symmetric patterns in nature are less symmetric than the causes that give rise to them. In physics, symmetry breaking occurs when a force disrupts a symmetric system, causing it to break its symmetry in order to maintain its stability. Stewart and Golubsky explain this phenomenon in great detail with numerous examples. One example is a splash of milk drop. When a drop of milk hits a ball's surface, its spherical symmetry is broken into a crown.
Stewart proved his idea after he threw the pebble in the pond. Ripples in the pond are created when the pebble makes contact with the water. Small circular waves can be seen moving outwards from where the pebble created an impact. If the pebble was not thrown in the pond, then there will not be any ripples seen in the surface of the water. The ripples are example of broken symmetry in nature. You can translate the plane through any distance in any direction, rotate it through any angle about any center, reflect it in any mirror line, and it still looks exactly the same. The pattern of circular ripples, in contrast, has less symmetry. The pebble breaks the symmetry of the plane in the sense that after the pebble has disturbed the pond, many of its symmetries are lost but not all, and that's why we see a pattern.
In particular, the mathematics of symmetry breaking unifies what at first sight appear to be very disparate phenomena. For example, think about the patterns in sand dunes mentioned in Chapter 1. By thinking about the symmetries of such system and how they can break, many of the observed patterns of dunes can be deduced. If the pattern also becomes periodic in the direction along the stripes, then more symmetry breaks and the wavy ridges appear. According to current theories, fundamental forces should become unified, that is, symmetrically related at the very high energy levels prevailing in the early universe. This symmetry of the early universe is broken in our own universe. In short, there is an ideal mathematical universe in which all of the fundamental forces are related in a perfectly symmetric manner, but we don't live in it.
According to Stewart, our universe could have been different. It could have been any of other universes that potentially could arise by breaking symmetry in a different way. That's quite a thought, but there is an even intriguing thought. The same basic method of pattern formation, the same mechanism of symmetry breaking in a mass-produced universe governs the cosmos, the atom, and us. On a final note, symmetry breaking is a more dynamic idea describing changes in pattern.